just want everybody to know that everything went well with everybody. They're all doing great this morning from their shots yesterday, and their dewormer. We had a couple that had a little bit of loose poop, not loose bowels, but loose poop for probably about 12 to 18 hours after the dewormer, and nothing from the vaccination. They were a little tired yesterday and they slept really well through the night. Now, if they do wake up while you have them at night and they cry or whatever, I have sheets that cover the fence, which kind of gives them an enclosure so that they, I'm just letting the adult dogs outside, so that they're not bothered by light, or they don't see you moving, although they hear you, but they don't see you. You could put a sheet over your kennel, although not completely, because they do need airflow. Now, this is the size kennel that works great. The littler ones are really very small, and as you can see from my hand, the size of the kennel, I don't really know the exact dimensions. I guess I could have measured it, but that's how big it is. And this is my son's shoe. It's a size 12 or 13. And it's a good size, because you don't want to get the smaller one that's only about this high, because they are going to grow. Your dog needs to be able to get up and do a complete circle in there. But this way, for your puppy, you'll have a fair amount of room inside. See the sheet, a fair amount of room inside, because they're going to pretty much sleep all the way into the back here, and they're going to poop and pee right here, or they'll do the opposite through the night for the first little while, till they are potty trained, till they can hold it all night. Now, to hold it all night, you really need to, their puppy food is here all the time, except at about 10, 11 o'clock when I go to bed. I clean up, of course, the pee pad area, straighten them all up, and fill up their water bowl. They have non-stop water, and I take the food away. Grant you, in the morning there's a fair amount of poo still happening, but they will eventually end up having their poo outside in the evening and outside in the morning. And you will notice your puppy will be sniffing the ground, looking around, getting a little frantic almost, looking for, like they're looking for something they lost. They're probably looking for a place to poop. To go to the bathroom for sure, but that's usually the sign of, if they're running around frantic and they can't actually, oh, I'm not going here, oh, I'm going to go there, no, I'm going to go there. That's a sign that they're going to poop. But I'm going to get Peaches. I did their nails yesterday. They're going to get their bath today. And now, I bath my puppies. I bath my dogs once every week and a half, because I'm allergic to them. And I use a de-shedding shampoo. I mean a non-shedding shampoo. There's one called Allerpet or Allergen. I use that quite often, but because I don't want to irritate Shih Tzu skin, my Shih Tzus have very sensitive skin sometimes, and I don't want to irritate their skin too much, so I only use that twice a month, and then I use a good non-tearing shampoo that I get at Walmart. And when I shampoo my puppies, I call all my dogs puppies, I get another bottle or save a bottle and put about 1/4 of the bottle shampoo and fill the rest up with water. Give it a good shake, and that's what you use for your shampoo, because if you use just the straight shampoo, you'll go through it like it's crazy, and it's a lot harder to rinse the shampoo out of their hair. You don't need much, so water it down and it'll go a lot further. And you can use just about any brand you want. I got this from Thunderpet because it's a super ultra mild puppy shampoo, but as you can see, it's fairly expensive. And I only use this for my little tiny puppies before they go home. My other stuff that I use, I get the non-shedder and the ultra mild shampoo, big bottles at Walmart. And I just use adult conditioner, put a little bit of hair conditioner, put it a little bit in my hand. Well, for my big dogs, the palm of my hand, a good squirt, at least 2 or 3 tablespoons, and then I mix it in with water in a bowl, and a container, and I just spray that, dump that on them, and work it in and then rinse it off so that their skin isn't drying and everything. Now, I'm not sure if everybody saw the puppy food that they're eating, but it's from FROMM puppy food, and it's in a super bright pink bag. I just actually threw mine out and haven't gotten a new one, but I'm going to get some today, another bag today, and I'll take a pic and show it to you. Now, I also give them these. They are very tiny, and they're double delights. I don't get the baked ones. They're bigger. They're full of gelatin. My puppies just love these, and you can feed them. You can give them, like 15 to 20 of these. It says 30, but I'd never give 30. 15 to 20 of these a day to an adult dog. And it's so cool because they're so tiny, but it feels like you're giving them treats all the time instead of those great big ones. And look how small they are. So you compare that to those big ones that you get, and honestly, how many of those big ones can you give your pet, and then you're done, you can't give them anymore? Well, these little things, you can give them, like I said, 15 to 20 of them a day, and it's not going to bother them at all. And it's not going to be, oh my goodness, my dog's getting super fat. So it's Little Caesars Double Delights, and I get the filet mignon flavor. And I actually use a hammer and smoosh them up and give them to the puppies a couple times now, and it so far hasn't loosened their poop. I don't give them much though, because they're very, very tiny puppies, and you don't want to give them too much different stuff because you will get a diarrhea puppy. And if you change to a different kind of dog food than from, because you might already have dogs, or you might have a favorite food that you prefer to use, I send a Ziploc baggie of that puppy food in your puppy package home with you, and you need to put the from food out. Say, like, take a cup of it and a half a cup of the dog food that the puppy food. It has to be puppy food. These guys need puppy food because they need a lot of energy. They need a lot of calories because they're growing, and minerals and vitamins. So make sure you give them puppy food. And a half a cup of the puppy food you're going to use. Mix the two together and feed them that, so that they just start to get a little bit of it and they don't go bam. You got a whole bunch of new food, you're going to end up with a sick puppy. They're going to be diarrhea poop all over the place. Going to be very hard to train once they start diarrheaing in the house. So honestly, if you don't have an already favorite puppy food, your best bet is to stay on the from puppy food. And it is a little on the expensive side, but it's not the most expensive or anything. And the first couple ingredients are duck, lamb, chicken. There is a little tiny bit of fish in there, but not much, because my Mikey does not like fish, and he likes this stuff. He won't eat the Acana puppy food because its main ingredient is fish. So, oh yes, and don't take your puppy out and put them on the ground, if you can, like, until you get them, especially to like a public place, because the parvovirus lives in the ground for up to 10 years. And if your puppy is chewing grass or chewing a rock or licking something that's on the ground and they get the parvo virus in them, it kills puppies. It's very expensive to treat them. But once they're 12 weeks, you need to get a vet appointment and get their second and third shot at the same time. Don't make an appointment, go and get the second shot, then come back a couple weeks later, pay for another vet visit, get them all done the two of them done at the same time. Doesn't hurt your puppy really, like it's just a couple little tiny shots, and they're fine. I do that with mine, and I only pay for one visit. That would be their rabies and their parvo that they still have to get. They got their shot yesterday. That's kind of like a pre-parvo kind of thing. But they do need their second and third shot, and wait until you can get them done at the same time. And it's the rabies that you have to wait. They have to be a certain age before you can give it to them. And my awesome vet, Dr. Matt Yerxa, his card is included in the puppy package. They already know all about the puppies. So if you want to use the Crossroads Veterinary Clinic, they really are, in my opinion, the better one in all of Thunder Bay. Not as expensive as the other places either. So, because yesterday, 6 puppies got their health checked. He listens to their heart, checks their ears, eyes, feels their bellies and everything, listens for heart murmurs, and just, gives them a good check over, and then gives them their shots. And of course, Shelby had to get her postpartum checkup, and for seven dogs to be checked, 6 needles, it was around $260. 7 dogs were treated for $260. That's a pretty good price. So I'll keep including things as I go along. If your puppy wakes up at night, do not pick them up. Do not pick them up. Listen. Just listen to what they're doing. If they're just crying, then you could just do something like that. And by the way, my TV is on all night, but it's on low in my bedroom. These guys haven't been in my bedroom for almost 2 weeks. But this is how I would cover up so that it has airflow going through the back and the front. But the sides are covered, and it's a little darker inside for them. And that's what I did with, because I put them in, each one in the kennel through the night. And Archie was the first one because he got his little choky thing happening, and I wanted to keep him separate, so I figured he did so well by staying in it all night and didn't whimper, cry, or nothing. Figured I'm going to see how many more will do this, and I started doing each one. And Boots and Susie are the ones that made the most noise, but I did not take them out. Do not take them out. If you're working, I'm sorry if it keeps you awake a little bit, but you need to keep them in your room, just like a newborn baby, so you can hear in case they, choke on their own spit or something. And that way you're right there to be able to help them. But do not pick them up. Do not have your puppy sleep with you, because they'll chew a hole in your mattress, they'll pee and poo wherever on your bed, and they'll be so spoilt. They'll be really, really, really bad spoilt. So do not take them out of their kennel. They're all so sleepy. Sleepy pie. Well, they were out on the deck and just running crazy. But of course, Susie and Boots. Yeah. But I gotta get busy. And Peaches and Susie are gonna have their bath because their nails are all done. Get them cleaned up because I have my back surgeon appointment at 1. So I'll be back probably 2:30. And that's when Susie's going to go, and Peaches is going shortly thereafter. So I hope they don't roll around and poo while I'm gone. But everybody have a great day.